Hello, little Miss Deltonelle. So this week, where I'm posting this, because you'll be able to see this as I'm driving to the airport to go to London. Come back to that and another book here that I'm going to post after I read this one for you. This is by the same person, Paul Owen Lewis, who did Storm Boy, which was last week's book. So a really cool book. This is Frog Girl. So let's read this together. Frog Girl. It's a little bit different. So, behind a certain village lay a lake full of frogs. The chief's youngest daughter often went there alone to listen to their songs, but today as she approached, she heard no singing. She heard human voices instead. "Quick, let's go, we have them all," said one. "Now we are great hunters too," boasted the other. Oh, they're hunting frogs. When the two boys had left, she walked towards the lake, listening. At first, it seemed quiet and still. Then, close by, a small voice said, "Sister, I'm calling you." "Who said that?" asked the girl, for she could see no one. "Here I am." See the little frog down there? The chief's daughter looked down and found a small frog in the tall grass. "Oh my, how is it you use human speech?" asked the girl. So there's that picture there with her cedar bark shawl. "I will show you. Follow me to the shore of the lake," said the frog. And the girl did so. And suddenly it appeared as if a low door had opened before her, but actually the edge of the lake had lifted up, and she walked underwater. At once she found herself in a large deserted village. A young woman was standing at her side. "You see, we live as you do," she said. "But where are the people of your village?" asked the girl. "That's what my grandmother wishes to ask you." "That is her house behind. Come, the blanket is for you. We shall see her now." Figure out what's going on, right? The house was bigger and more beautiful than any she had ever seen. Inside, the floor rumbled, and it was very hot. At the back sat a small and very old woman. She spoke, saying, "Granddaughter, I am alone. My children have been taken, and I no longer have their songs to comfort me." Oh my. See, she's there at the bottom of the pole, right there. Okay. "Do you know where my children are?" asked the old woman. "No, grandmother, but I've seen two boys with nets and baskets at the lake," answered the chief's daughter. At this, the old woman began to cry. "Oh, my children, where have they taken my children?" And the fire grew hotter, and the house began to shake. "Quick, sister," exclaimed the young woman. "You must return to your own village. I fear something terrible is about to happen there." "But how?" asked the girl. "Close your eyes and think of the lake only. Do not think of this place." The girl did so, and boom. And she was on the shore of the lake again, but it was no longer still and quiet as before. Black smoke filled the air, and thunder roared in the distance. Alarmed, the chief's daughter ran through the forest back to her own village. And look, she's wearing the button blanket that she was given. But there was no one there. The volcano was erupting and the forest was on fire. Her village would soon be destroyed. Oh, wow. The girl called into each house for anyone who might have stayed behind, and no one answered until she got to the last house at the end of the row. But the voices weren't human. They were the voices of frogs instead, coming from a box in the corner. "Oh, my relatives, come, I'll take you home to your grandmother," cried the chief's daughter. And look at her button blanket. It's got a big frog on the back. It's pretty cool. Oh, and then she's running through the fire woods. Oh my, that's pretty brave of her, right? Trying to rescue the group of frogs. Eagerly, the frog slipped beneath the surface of the lake. "Farewell, my sisters and brother. I must look for my own family now," she said. Said the chief's daughter, "Remember me to your grandmother." The girl returned to her village as the heavy rain began to fall. Many canoes were landing on the beach, her people were returning now that the rain had put out the fires. "Father, mother, I am here," she shouted as she ran to meet them. "Daughter, where have you been? What has happened here?" asked the chief. See, in the beautiful canoe, and the chief with his tall hat, and his wife there wearing that shawl. The girl told her story of the frog village, the old woman whose house shook with fire and smoke, and the capture of her children. "You see," she finished, "there are sisters and brothers. We should treat them so. But as it become difficult to hear her, the frogs are singing again. There they all are at the lake shore, amongst the reeds, right? And that's the end. So, very cool. Frog Girl by Paul Owen Lewis. A great little book. Okay, so what do we got? We've got knocks, we got high five, low five, we got twists and twirl, and we got loves. Okay, lots of loves. Enjoy. We'll talk to you later. Give the hugs to the bigs and anyone else watching out there. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.